All right, y'all. Today I'm gonna back test the opening range breakout. So I don't know. I tried ICT. However, I've been getting faked out. I've been liking tighter stops with these new scaling rules. All these prop firms. I need to be able to trade minis and be able to like get in and get out quickly. So I've been liking the. I like personally the 5 minute orb because you get in, get out. If you don't know what the opening range breakout is, it's just like the first 15-minute candle, the first 5 minute candle, the first whatever. That's what you draw. Now, on the 15-minute chart, the top is the same, but we'll do one more line for the bottom of the 15-minute chart. So you're going to wait for a break on the second line here on the 15-minute chart, or, that's what you, or you just, get in on here. So, we have a fair value gap here on both. So, but for me, like I said, my new bracket will be with minis. It'll be 50 ticks stop loss, 100 tick profit. So let's see what that would look like. If we got here, I just did this one, and this one with 83 ticks. We always move stop to break even, so this would have been a stop at break even. And then after we exited this fair value gap, we would leave. Because I still, like I said, I'm an ICT trader, so my fair value gaps are still on my chart. So I'll be ready for us to enter on them. I want to enter the 2 minute chart, not the 1 minute chart for things like today. Today we came, swept the bottom of the range, and then we pushed up all day. However, if you did just wait for the actual breakout today as well, you did get a breakout and a retest to take that here with a like 10, a 30 tick stop loss, which is so short. And then you could have even took it for more than 100 ticks. Boom. So you do that what you will, and then keep it tight, and then you can just make more money. Because like I said, I can only use 2 contracts on Top Step right now, micros, and it's not enough. Now the 200 ticks is kind of what I use now. 200 ticks, 100 tick stop loss. So it would have worked today. I'm gonna keep using that next month. I'm gonna keep trading. I'm gonna try the orb, and I'm gonna keep the micros for now just to see, because even then, I still could have got, my well, it's actually, no, here's the range here. I could have gotten, my 200 and then 100, or it's like 120, 204, something like that. So it still did play out nicely. Either way. And I don't have to like use the minis. But then if I did use the minis, I can, this would be $1,000 move with one mini. So I'm still figuring it out. However, I've been backtesting this a little bit after I traded, and sometimes you won't get a full 200 ticks. As you see, but the bracket we have right now, it's 150. And then if you got in right on the break, you definitely didn't get 200. If you waited for the pullback, but the range is still here. Your pullback was here. It wasn't way up here. But if you're a fair value gap trader, you kind of would wait for that. Or like I said, you would get stopped out break even on the first one in case it doesn't pull back, and then you can just get in again on the pullback. If you get 200, let's see what you would get. If you get it at all. You might not get it at all. Okay, you did get it. It took all day. Now, same thing on the 15-minute chart. If you got in, you got this like false breakouty thing, and then it kind of never really broke out until the afternoon, which is what the 15-minute people really trade. That's why I said I like the 5 minute better, because like your stop loss is gonna be massive, or you're gonna take it. I just don't know how you enter off this with your stop loss being what, a gazillion fucking points. They did say like 60 points, which is like 240 ticks, which is ridiculous. I think my stop loss is already big at my regular trade, and it's 170. I lowered it to 120, but a lot of people are like, your stop loss is so big. So I feel like I don't know how people are trading the 15-minute chart. Again, people do it. So we're gonna look. But you see how the 5 minute for me is a little better. Not my mom calling me. Let me text her. But yeah, so we're gonna keep going. This is not live. I'm talking like I'm on live, so it's probably gonna be annoying. But next, Let's play out the next candle. Okay. Now, you need to wait for the break on the corresponding chart first and then go on the lower time frame. Just so you know. You could get faked out. But again, if you're only doing 100 ticks like me, you know. Okay. So the high is still the same on the 15-minute. One of the sides will be the same. And then here we are on the 5. Now, this is a false breakout in a fair value gap on the 5-minute. You can see that. You did get a candle close. Did you get 100 ticks? I don't think you did, though. No, you got 30, so you don't want that. Now, some people would get in on the rejection from the top. I've seen people do that. But let's see if it plays out. And then we'll go on the 15-minute in a second. Boom. Beautiful. See how I like this one now? That was a scary wick, but this is what I like. Now, the 15-minute one, because that's this low, here, you're just getting your break. So I'm like, how do you trade this? How do you trade this? Now, it is breaking a lot, so maybe you go on the 5 and wait for a retest. Like, I don't know how you trade this. You just get in. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Mamba FX. He just gets in, you know, somewhere in the middle of this big-ass candle. Excuse my language. However, does not mean do that. Maybe you get in on the second one at, what, 10:45? However, for a 5-minute, we're already in there. And or, even if we waited for the break on the other side, we're in here. Instead of waiting for this. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? This is why I like the 5-minute one better. Especially like as an ICT trader, coming from it now, I know not just getting any break. Like, because, you know, before that, people, you just get any break and people say, you know, it doesn't work. You get a lot of fake outs. However, you should know when there's a fake out. If you're an ICT trader, you obviously, honestly, I would want it to fake out every time. It's not going to. There are times we're just going to run. But you always have to wait for the retest on this. I sometimes don't, but now that if I'm trading minis, I am going to wait for the retest now because I can't be risking more than $250 per trade on the 50K account. But I do have, you know, a 150K account, and I'm trading some 300K. So we're going to see. I'm going to use my really low risk management right now and keep it the way it is for now, but we'll see because that's a good day. That's a good day. But like I said, I don't know how people are entering on this. Maybe I'll watch some YouTube videos on it later. But do you just get in right at the next candle at 10:45 maybe? But you know, then your stop loss is insane. Yeah, see, that's how I used to trade. 170, 150 stop loss to 300 tick is what my usual used to be. But then there's some days just wouldn't hit all the time. So I was just like getting annoyed, and that was like I was risking just enough to make my $200 a day. So that's why I was like I needed to wait for that. I couldn't just make money enough to get payout without it hitting those 300 ticks. That's why I kind of stopped doing it. Let's go to the next New York session. Now we got a gap. So we're probably going to go down. Alrighty. Alright, here's our 5-minute range. We'll see what the 15-minute does. Alright, that's a nice break. And now we do have a break of the 15-minute. But you still want to wait for the retest. Let's see if we get it. But you see how like it works with the range of the stop loss. But let's see if we do get an entry. Now we're entered, but now it's coming back down. And this is the figure I was talking about. Because for me, I think gaps always fill, in my opinion. I think gaps always fill. Like the same day. If it's a daily gap, it might take a few days, but the same week. But let's see if it goes our way. We're still not stopped out. Now we're stopped out. Now we're stopped out. And then look how far you would have been on the 15-minute on your entry. Your entry would have been way up there. way up here on the 15-minute chart. Or we'll do the close. Versus our entry was this line. So we would have been stopped out at break even. Oh, no, yeah, 50 ticks. 50 ticks, I moved my stop loss to break even. Or I think I had it 60. Because now I moved it to 120. But if I do the same amount as my stop loss. So my stop loss is 50 ticks, then my break even is 50. So we would have got stopped at break even here. So you see why you move your stop to break even on this? So you don't lose as much. And when you win, you win. Obviously, when you lose, you lose. But it is what it is. Now, if I got stopped at break even and not for a loss, I will get in again. And since we did reject here, maybe we can get in here. And then if we lose, it would suck because we already got stopped at break even. But the gap fill, I believe gaps fill every time. Some people are swear they don't, but I do. So now we're already at break even. So if we lose, well, it's actually nighttime. I'm sorry. I wouldn't be even on the charts this long. Once I got stopped out, yeah. No. What is this, 5-minute chart? So there's something at break even. Yeah, it would have liquidated me anyway. Sorry, I didn't even notice. So we would have been stopped out and we would have closed in profit. We would have closed in profit. Oh, this is a holiday. Sorry, that's why. I'm like, what is this chart looking like? That's a holiday, January 1st, and then this is January 2nd. That's why it's doing that. I'm like, what is happening? 5-minute. Let me pause the show. I am watching the show. But 5-minute chart. Boom. Alrighty. Well, we got a nice little move there. Let's see how the 15-minute closes. But I think if it does something like this, I would probably go on the 2 and then, but we can still see if we just get a retest. I might even get in though on this 2-minute close. I don't wait for retest anymore, but I'm trying to get better at it, especially when I'm going to risk more. So, whoa. This is just so, some days like you're zoomed out and it's like, this is only 100 ticks, and then some days you're zoomed in and this is like a bunch of ticks. So, boom, it's hit. Okay, now on the 15-minute, you would be in on this. No, this is, see the 15-minute, this is your range. First 15-minute candle, that's your range. Now you're waiting for this candle to close. Or maybe you'll get in. I've heard some people say they wait for the 5-minute break. So when this 5-minute candle closes, they'll get in. Like here. They'll get in. And I think that 50 tick stop loss is out of here. Yeah, it's already out of here on the 15-minute chart. So I would have to have a stop loss of at least, what is that? 100. So yeah, we'll do 250 and we'll just do 125. And let's see how that plays out. No, it doesn't. I mean, I guess you would just wait for the candle close on the 15-minute. That looked, I mean, that's the thing about 15 minutes. I don't have the patience for that. So I guess technically, yes, this long wick you would not have entered. You'd have waited, and then you would have got in on the close open here. Now let's see if that plays out for you. That plays out for you. Okay. So you wouldn't get in a trade till 10 o'clock, which is what I used to trade. I used to trade 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock versus at 9:30. We are already in our trade. So I like the 5-minute one better. Like I said, I don't need much. But again, if I was trading the 15-minute, I guess I could keep risking the little bit I risk to make more. However, or my goal is to try to trail and make way more and risk a lot less. Like if I'm doing a mini, this is 250. This is 250 ticks. With 500 to like now I'm making 1,000. That's the goal I'm trying to get to. That's why it helps. Versus here, I cannot risk one mini on this big stop loss. I'm risking like 2,000 to make 5. Versus here, I can risk 250 to make two grand. 1,500. That's how I'm trying to be. Let's look at the 2-minute because let's see how we would trail this. I mean, stop would be at break, and I honestly would just. It's hard because I'm an ICT trader, so you don't like these things happen. And it could come back up to a fair value gap, so I probably would trail here once we. But then we'd already push, and I'd probably just maybe, and then I'd probably trail this big. I don't know. But you see, the 5-minute one is better, honestly, in my opinion. But let's keep going. But like I said, most people do trade the 15. That's like the one. I backtested the 5-minute, and it's the only thing I like more than ICT. And like I said, this month I just haven't been getting. Like I said, my tight stop for my risk is just not working, and/or it's not going my way enough. Why am I doing this? To the point where like it'll go, I'll be something I break even, or it'll kind of go my way and then reverse, and it's just not give me what I need. Alrighty. So we have this 5-minute. So this 5-minute little fake out here up into this fair value gap. You know what I'm saying? It's good when it's like this too. You're like, oh, then you can use other stuff, Versus if it just like closed up here and you're like, is it gonna inverse fair value gap? Like you would know whether to enter or not. Versus like a wick, you're like, yes, we're going back to the downside, hopefully. And then we did not go back to the downside. We pushed up and then. Let's see what the 2-minute is going to give us. If it gives us a better entry. Okay, so it broke. Here, this is the wick. And then we got this. And then it did come down and tap us in. So the second break. Because the first break was a 5-minute wick. That's why you wouldn't get stopped out in this red candle. And then we broke again. We came back and tapped. Let's see what it would look like with our 100. It was 52. So I guess we'll just leave 52. Ooh, close. We'd be stopped at break even, so it wouldn't matter. We'd be stopped out at break even. Boom, yeah, we'd be stopped at break even. Or like I said, 72 ticks, like that's close. So like it's like 72, 80, like when I get close like that, I'm like 10 more ticks away. That I might close in profit or something. I don't know yet. But with the mini, I can't. It's enough money. It's over $200. Because it's going to be $500 in the 150K with one mini. And then 1,000 on the 150K. So even if I close over $200, that's still good, So it's not like versus like before, I could not close early. The minimum I needed to get a payout was the bracket. Versus with the mini, anything like I said, so I can lock in some money. You know what I'm saying? So we'll just see how we feel. We did sweep this liquidity here, if you can't tell. And that's usually when people move their stops to break even. You sweep liquidity, and our target would have been this next one, which is nice. Okay, so now we're in the 15-minute. 5-minute did not fail us today. However, you did get stopped out at break even. If you want to get in on the other side, does it play out for you? Like I said, if I get stopped out for a straight loss, I'm done for the day. If I get stopped out at break even, I can risk another trade, which if you did this candle close on the 2-minute and you get it beautifully. So you would have made your money back. And then glad you have just one. See, that's why I did just 100. Because if I did the 200 or 300, been a double loss. I mean, it been just a loss. But now I hit our target. This would happen to me today. Like I'll be right, and then it'll stop me out, and then go take out my original target. Like there's sometimes the market just does that to you. It goes your way, but it just has to come stop you out first. And then it reverses. So let's see what the 15-minute orb. So the 15-minute orb, you're just now, let's go on the 5-minute. You're just now looking for a setup once this candle closes here. Now you're in your trade, I'm guessing. Like I said, your stop loss. Let's just do the 150, 300. And that's all you're gonna get. And that's a big. I used to do this all the time. And you're stopped out. So The 5 minute is just better. So I'm done backtesting that for y'all. I think the 5 minute orb is better. People swear the fake outs. Like I said, if you can just use, same with like supply and demand traders. A lot of people got more profitable when they added liquidity. And I even seen a guy talk about the orb and 5 minute and for value gaps. So just if you can. That's the best part about trading. There's no wrong. There's no right. Just what's best for you. So add some extra things in there. Because honestly, I love a liquidity sweep. Honestly, so an orb with a liquidity sweep paired with it, or a supply and demand zone with a liquidity sweep paired with it is just chef's kiss. Honestly. So we'll see how I do this month, February. Hopefully I can get a payout. I only improved like $100. So basically, when I started the year, I'll show y'all. We were negative almost $800 on the 50K, 650 on the live. This is a sim. I hate when the sim does this. And then we were at 148, 700 on the 150K, and then obviously I bought three Apex accounts. So now we're still up on those accounts by 3, but I was up $9,000 on Wednesday. I was up on all these accounts on Wednesday. No, I had only $100 in drawdown on this. And then I was up $1,029 on my live account, but I'm still up $100 on the month for all. So I guess it's still a win, but it's not a good win, you know. But these last 3 days, I've just been taking double losses. The end of the weeks are my, instead of taking one loss like I'm supposed to, my rules, if I take a loss, I get another trade and then take a double loss. And sometimes move my stop loss bigger, so it's a double loss. And you should follow your rules. So that's my goal next month, follow my rules, because it would have been a beautiful, profitable month. Or if I just didn't trade today and yesterday, it would have been a beautiful month. But I hope that helps. Let me know what kind of orb strategy you like to do, which one you prefer. Like I said, I prefer the 5 minute, and I think with minis on the 50K accounts, it should be great. And we'll see how it looks next week.